Hey friends, Pepper Spray Patty here with number 4 of the 10 Commandments of Self-Defense. I talk about this one a lot, and a big part of that is because it is reflected in everything that we do in the self-defense classes. So one of the first things that we talk about in a self-defense class is the predator mindset. It's important to know the criminal mindset because you need to understand who you're potentially up against. And realistically, criminals, predators, they don't care about you. They are looking for an easy target. They're looking for someone to have control and power over. It is so important to understand this, and that's because of number 4 in the 10 Commandments of Self-Defense, which is you are responsible for your own feelings, not anyone else's. So when you are coming up against someone who is threatening you, who is attacking you, or is not respectful of your boundaries, which by the way we will be talking about very soon, then it's important that you take check of what your feelings are. For example, I had an older woman in one of my classes one time who said to me, she told me a story about how she left the grocery store and got to her vehicle, and she was loading the groceries into the trunk of her car. And a gentleman came over and said, "Oh, can I help you with your groceries?" And she said, "No, that's okay, but thank you." And he says, "Oh, no, it's fine. I don't mind helping at all." And so she stood there feeling very uncomfortable while this man put her groceries in there. Now, it turned out that he just was trying to do a good deed. But he asked her if it was okay, and she said no. And he didn't respect her answer. It's important to understand that even though someone was trying to do a good deed, they were disrespectful to you. They were disrespectful to your feelings. They were disrespectful to your wishes. They were disrespectful to your boundaries. They're not doing any good whatsoever. And so it's important for us, because we are worth fighting for. And sometimes that doesn't just mean we're only worth fighting for when someone is threatening our life or actually attacking us. It means we are worth fighting for when it's our feelings that are on the line, when it's our boundaries that are being disrespected. And the thought that we would not say anything because we don't want to be disrespectful to that person is sad, because all that person has done is disrespect to you. So make sure that you understand that your feelings are important and you are responsible for your own feelings, not anyone else's. Now, I started to talk about the criminal mindset, and I jumped into that story because that story is such a valuable example of how we tend to be more concerned about how others feel, or how we make others feel versus how they make us feel. And that goes back to that criminal mindset. Because it's important to know that they don't care how you feel. And even though they may make it look like they're doing good, ultimately they're not. And even if they're not physically harming you, they're still not doing good to you. If they genuinely want to help you and they ask you and you say no, then they will respect that and walk away. But we need to be cautious and be aware of red flag behaviors of predators. For example, them not respecting your boundaries, even if it's something simple like loading your groceries in your car, because you don't know what their other intentions may be. And even though that guy didn't do anything to her at that moment, that doesn't mean that he wasn't checking her out, checking her vehicle out, waiting for a moment when, say, there weren't other people around, and he didn't get that moment. Some people say, I don't fight back because I don't want to make the attacker angry. So they plead. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't harm me. Please let me go. They don't care. As a matter of fact, that is an expression of weakness, and that's exactly what they're looking for. Because what you're doing is you're empowering them, and you're putting the power in their hands, and that's what they're looking for, is to have power and control over another person. Having that mentality, they're not going to, oh, I'm so sorry. You want me to let you go? Okay, I will let you go. As a matter of fact, it'll be the opposite. You're giving them the power, and the more power you give them, the more they will take. Most predators think they're the victim. So they're angry at you because they feel they've been wronged. So why are they going to help you? They don't care how you feel. They don't care if they're hurting you. It's what they're trying to do. Think about this. What kind of person goes around attacking other people? Someone that we need to care about and be concerned about and give our respect to and not hurt back? You're worth fighting for. And the person you're fighting against is not someone that you need to be sympathetic to. That attacker's already angry. And maybe it's not that they're angry at you specifically, but they're just angry at the world. And this doesn't apply to just strangers, as we talked about in the second commandment. My ex-husband, when he was physically abusive, it wasn't that he was angry at me. And actually, it wasn't that he was an angry person. He was bitter. He felt like his whole life he had been the victim. And he had built it in his head that the whole world, including me, was against him. And he saw that I was attacking him. And he felt that he was defending himself. That's the mindset of a predator. That's the mindset of a narcissist. That's the mindset of a violent criminal. That's the mindset of a psychopath. And we need to be in reality of what a criminal is thinking, so that we can understand that we're responsible for our feelings. We are not responsible for how they feel. We are worth fighting for. In self-defense classes, when we get into practicing the physical part of self-defense, what happens a lot is we have the bad guy or the attacker, and the student will come up and practice the defensive moves that they learned, and will actually maybe knock down the attacker or twist their arm, and they'll let go and apologize. And in self-defense classes, we teach that that's not okay to practice and not okay to do in a self-defense class, because we don't want you to be in the habit of having sympathy for someone attacking you. This is role-playing. And so we're going to make it as real as possible without it being too real. And so a part of that is that you don't have remorse and you don't have sympathy for that person that was just had their hands around your neck. Being responsible for your own feelings and not anyone else's also relates to listening to your gut instinct. If someone is giving you a bad feeling, something isn't right, this situation isn't right, something's a little off on this person, listen to those feelings. Don't be concerned that you're going to be disrespectful to that person by saying, no, I don't want you to come near me. No, I do not want you to touch my arm like that. Now we're going to talk about boundaries, and I'm really going to get into the difference between your feelings and their feelings and how boundaries are so important in standing firm in. So I don't want to get too much into that because I want to save it. But understand that, again, be concerned about what your feelings are. Be in tune and be aware of what your feelings are, and not anyone else's. Because remember, you're worth fighting for. Everyone have a safe day, and I look forward to seeing you very soon, where we'll be talking about the next commandment in the 10 Commandments of Self-Defense. This is Pepper Spray Patty. If you haven't liked my Facebook page, please do. Take a look through all the great information that I've put out there for you. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family, because you never know who could use this information. And I greatly appreciate comments also. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day.